need to keep their job. Yes, they're tenured, but even though they might not get fired, but if students stop showing up and stop learning these things, they're pretty much out of a job and they don't have as much value anymore. The barrier to coding is essentially collapsing. So, what happens next and what matters now? One of them shared with me that there's a student they know that has been cheating and they never know really how to code. Another person on the table who's a senior engineer said that maybe these cheaters will probably be the most successful. I think the engineer is right. It's not that cheating is good, but they are knowing how to leverage this tool that most companies are asking us to use to better ourselves. And I do think that even you use AI, the more you read about it, the more you try to debug and learn, it's actually a much faster way than trying to code and learn from scratch. And we're moving to the age where we more likely interpret AI rather than we do something that I cannot do at this point. We're like the connector and the interpreter and knowing what to use for, we give them its context. But the reality now is that nobody cares if you remember syntax. They care if you ship the feature, fix the bug, scale the system, have a valuable business. Just because school emphasizes that you need to do a certain thing, that you need to get good grades, it's like the Goodhart's law. Just because that's the metric they're measuring doesn't necessarily mean that's what you should be optimizing for, because at the end of the day, you want to know that you're learning something. Learning everything is valuable, that you get a job afterwards, that you're adding value to whatever job you are doing. What we really need the skills to be is the ability to architect solutions to ambiguous problems, leveraging tools, collaborative problem solving with real life constraints, delivery of working systems that create value. I think that's why a lot of students, when they first join the workforce, even though they pass that coding interview, they still have a hard time on the job because you need to understand the business problem. You need to be able to communicate to stakeholders who don't speak tech. You need to know the trade-offs between perfect and good enough to ship. You need to design system that would scale. You need to know what metrics actually matter. You need to know the right questions to ask, and that like real life has messy data that doesn't fit the textbook assumptions. If I were to be given a chance to go back in time and be a student or be in my early career, I would emphasize less on school. It's really important. You do need that degree. You do need to pass so that you can prove that you're a good learner. But it doesn't stop there. You need to be able to build something and get experience. And the best way is just to get your foot in the door at anything. Just start working while you're learning.